The breaststroke is probably the most challenging of the strokes to officiate. Breaststroke has the most variations of technique of any of the strokes. In a single race, you might observe many distinct styles of swimming, and they might all be legal. In this presentation, we will take a look at examples of the breaststroke, both legal and non-legal.
The official's responsibility begins as the swimmers enter the water at the start of the race. There is an important recent amendment to the rules that changes judging the start of the race and each turn.
First, we will address the arms. Previously, there had to be lateral separation of the hands before the butterfly kick could be taken. Under the new rule, a single butterfly kick may be completed at any time prior to the first breaststroke kick. These swimmers take more than one butterfly kick. This is not legal. On the initial pull at the start and after each turn, the arms may be brought all the way back to the hip line. The head must break the surface of the water at or before the hands turn inward at the widest part of the second arm pull.
A legally swum breaststroke may look very different from swimmer to swimmer, but the one kick will always follow a single arm pull. Many breaststrokers have an undulating motion to their bodies when swimming. This is perfectly legal, as long as the swimmer is not using a downward butterfly kick during any part of the kick and is following the other rules of breaststroke. When officiating the breaststroke, you must watch the whole body, not just the pull or just the kick. From the beginning of the first stroke, after the start and each turn, the body shall be kept on the breast. Arms shall move simultaneously and in the same horizontal plane, without any alternating movement. This turn is not legal. The swimmer comes off the wall towards her back. The hands shall be pushed forward together from the breast, on, under, or over the water. The elbows shall be kept under the water, except for the last stroke at each turn and at the finish. The hand shall be brought back on or under the surface of the water. The hand shall not be brought beyond the hip line, except during the first stroke after the start and each turn. Some part of the swimmer's head shall break the surface of the water during each cycle of one arm pull and one leg kick, in that order. All vertical and lateral movements of the legs shall be simultaneous. The feet must be turned outward during the propulsive part of the kick movement. A scissors, flutter, or downward butterfly kick is not permitted. The best position from which to observe the stroke is slightly behind the slowest swimmer while watching the whole body.
At the turn, the swimmer must touch the wall with both hands simultaneously. It is important that the official observe the touch carefully because many swimmers touch the wall very quickly with both hands and then one hand will immediately leave the wall. After observing the touch, watch the swimmer leave the wall and then check to see that the proper body position has been attained.
The hands at the finish must also touch simultaneously. The hands do not have to be on the same plane. The hands can touch above, at, or below the water line. The hands do not have to be on the same plane. One hand can touch above the water and the other below, as long as the touch is simultaneous. If the hands do not touch simultaneously, this is not legal and the swimmer should be disqualified. The head can be submerged after the last arm pull prior to the touch at the turn or the finish, provided it has broken the surface of the water at some point during any part of the last complete or incomplete stroke cycle. Reviewing the breaststroke, remember these important points. A single butterfly kick may be completed at any time prior to the first breaststroke kick. After that, a scissors, flutter, or downward kick is not permitted. The initial arm pull after the start and at each turn may be brought to the hip line. The head must break the surface of the water during each cycle of one arm pull and one leg kick, in that order. The hands must touch the wall simultaneously at each turn and at the finish. And remember, if you're not sure what you have observed, the benefit of the doubt always goes to the swimmer. For more information about officiating swimming, go to usaswimming.org.